Wake that up.
LA's #1 hip-hop morning show is Nick Cannon Mornings on Power 106.
Nick Cannon Radio is going up, and it's time for up close and personal conversations. Yes, close conversations with people that I admire, that I look up to, that I have great reverence and respect for. And this young lady is all of the above. Yeah, of course. I am in the presence of a queen, someone I've had the opportunity of sharing the big screen with, and that I would call a friend. And you know what? She has a new show called For Life, but she's been doing this for so long. She has so many things going on. I'm honored to get to chop it up with the one and only Joy Bryant. How you doing?
Hi, the one and only.
The one and only. Yo, what's been up? It's been a minute. I haven't seen you in a long time, but you've been working.
Just, doing my thing.
Hey, you know what's dope about you? I've always known this, but a lot of people didn't know, like, just from the modeling days to being a Yale graduate.
Dropout.
Oh, so you didn't finish?
No.
Oh, see, I was about to start talking college talk.
No, it's so much cooler. It's like, I dropped out. I
yeah.
went for 2 years. I'm not saying it's cool to drop out. I'm saying that I dropped out. I went for 2 years and then I started modeling.
So Yale obviously is hard as fuck to get into.
Yes.
And then you was like, I'm good. I'm gonna go get this
Money.
entertainment bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what were you studying at Yale? She's like, yeah, I don't even remember.
Yeah. Yeah.
Was
Good
it?
question.
Yeah. Cause see, I'm in college right now.
Oh, you are?
Yeah,
What
I'm
are you
at
studying?
Howard. Criminology.
Word.
And then I'm getting my master's in psychology next fall because I graduate in May.
What?
Yeah, so that's why I was like, but you've always, like, I was gonna say I was inspired by you because knowing that how like sharp and educated you were, I felt like I was always one of those people where I felt like I was intelligent, but then when I got around people like you, I was like, fuck, I can't talk that talk. So I need to go like
not really
get.
that smart.
I need to go get some of that. But obviously your career has been so well rounded, like, and then to be, doing your thing on For Life now. Tell me a little bit about that.
About which part? About the show? About like?
Let's start. Yeah, let's start show and then we'll backtrack.
Okay.
Let's start talk. Let's talk For Life because it's like #1 killing it on ABC right now, doing real big things, and then team back up with Mr. Curtis Jackson. And how's all of that going?
It's great. I mean, the response to the show has been wonderful. It's I'm not sure if you know, but like the show is inspired by
absolutely,
right?
Yeah.
Inspired by Isaac Wright's story, who was wrongfully convicted of a drug charge and ended up being sentenced to life plus 70.
Yeah,
and while he was in prison, he studied the law and helped other inmates to file appeals and then eventual acquittals.
Yeah.
Right, and then his own.
Yeah.
So our show is inspired by that, and I play Marie Wallace, who is the long-suffering wife of Aaron Wallace, who is the character inspired by Isaac.
So it's some real acting going on.
I'm acting.
You real acting for real. So I mean, and then again, so with 50 Cent being one of the producers, when this role came across the desk, was it like, yo, did Fifth call, or was it like?
No, I auditioned.
So it had nothing to do with like you guys knowing each other and stuff from.
No, I mean, I think that he I'm sure he gave me the stamp. He's probably like, no, you should, yes.
Yeah.
But like
we've had hits together already.
Right. I can verify that. But no, I read this. It was pilot season. You're reading all these scripts. You're trying to either get in the room or get a job or whatever. And it was one of the pieces that I read that I was like, wow, I didn't even know that it was inspired by a real story.
Oh wow,
I didn't know that. I just read something that was really powerful and compelling. I'm like, oh, this is dope.
Yeah.
And then I auditioned. I still didn't know.
Wow.
I think I was like all the way through the process, or had already gotten the offer before I even knew that, the sort of the genesis of this.
Yeah.
And so I'm sure that he had something to do eventually when we get it, but like I went and auditioned just like everybody else.
Oh, see, I thought you had the cheat code. Like
nah,
you worked
I ain't
hard.
scared. Listen, sometimes you gotta get in the room. It's fine.
And is that how the game is? I mean, knowing like being a real thespian and someone.
I am not a thespian.
You're an actress.
No, I'm not.
I ain't never seen you in the Tyler Perry movie.
What is that? That's the gauge. I'm not a thespian.
Shout out to everybody in the Tyler Perry movie.
I'm not mad at Tyler. I'm just saying, like,
you've been in movies that go to festivals and like you take your craft seriously.
Okay, I'm not a
you don't just take any job.
That's true, but I'm not like a thespian.
Like we would like.
I've never done theater. You gotta do theater to be a thespian.
Well,
right?
I guess, yeah.
Something like that.
See, but you strike me as the type that if you wanted to do theater, you could definitely do it.
Like, yeah, I guess. Right?
Yeah, like you're a for real actress.
Thank
Like
you.
we've been in movies.
I always thought I was a fake actress, but thank you.
We've been in our movies.
I'm
we
a
went
play
to, like, the
actress. I just be
festivals.
fronting like I'm an actress, but I'm really not. I'm just like
we went to TIFF and all of those type of places. Like we're actors.
Dubai.
Yeah, we were at the Dubai Film Festival at one time. But I'm saying that because wherever the game is, whether you're a person who kind of does, and like I don't want to knock like anything that Tyler Perry or that, but those are people. I almost feel like that's like soap opera, which is not a knock to them. But then there's the kind where people are like, yo, I need to study the piece of material and I'm going to turn this down. Do you find yourself walking that line of like, all right, I'll just take a job because this is fun and this is like surface level material, or no, this is deep and this is meaningful, like a For Life?
I go off gut. I go
Right.
off like everything's on the page.
Right.
And someone else may not respond to it or whatever, but I just go off of what I read and what I feel. Money's always nice.
Money is nice.
Right?
Yeah.
But you gotta be careful with,
You're one of those people like you're not just gonna go for the bag all the time. It has to be quality work.
Right, or it just has to resonate in me in
With
some
you.
way, right?
Yeah.
And I want to make a check, but I want to be able to.
Because it is a business at the end of the day.
Yeah,
but-
yeah, and sometimes you got to make moves that are not based off of like artistic expression or
Right.
whatever, just based off of like you got to do what you got to do. So I'm open to that, but for the most part, I kind of go by my gauge of like what I connect to, and the flow off the page, and that I felt like this show had that.
Facts.
That's
dope.
and I can, if I can see it, I can be it or something like that.
I think that's how
Because
it
I'm
goes.
really not thespian. It's got to be there. I can't like create that. I gotta like. I need all the help I can get. So it's still got to be on the page.
That makes sense. So, out of all the roles that you've done, what's been your favorite?
Well, I won't. Well, I mean, but everything's my favorite for different reasons, right? Like. I mean, I think this role on For Life is different and one of my favorites because I'm kind of pushing myself in ways that
Right.
I haven't before. It's definitely a much more serious role than a lot of things I've done. I haven't been like comedy necessarily, but you know what I mean. I'm playing a grandmother.
Right. Yeah. So it's
that's different.
Which is really different because one of the things I was gonna ask you is like, yo, how do you like stay ageless? Like you never age. Like you look exactly the same.
Well, I don't have kids.
that definitely helps.
Right.
That definitely helps.
Right. There you go. That's
Simple
it.
as that. Just
Don't have kids.
you want to stay young, don't have kids.
They stress you out.
They do stress you out.
And I guess it's genes. I mean, I'm gonna be 46 this year.
Wow, that's
so,
crazy.
yeah.
Like, you look like
I haven't like gone in yet.
That's what
so
I'm
like,
saying.
maybe like, I'm waiting until the time when I need to go in and do,
You
what I'm
don't
saying?
need
Before,
to do anything.
Not
You look
right
like
now.
You could be like 20. If you wanted to go
But right
and do
now.
a role for 20, you can still do a role for a 20-year-old.
Thank you.
It can happen. And like I said, as long as I've known you, you look exactly the same.
I feel better though now.
Yeah, you're wiser.
Yeah, and not so like I'm just a little bit more chill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because, Joy used to be turned a little. You could get, like, if you don't.
Oh, yeah.
The wrong side of Joy, shit'll pop off.
Well, that's still the case. But I'm just much more chill now.
You're a grown woman.
I'm a grown ass woman. I'm a glam mama.
Wow.
Not now, but
Oh,
like on the show.
On the show.
But yeah, I mean, I've been lucky to work on some really great things. I mean, some things have not been great experience, but everything that I do, I try to learn something and I take something from it. I mean, everything has a lesson in it. So I'm just lucky that I can't really say my favorite role,
Right.
but I've just been lucky to work with some great people and do some cool stuff that I'm proud of and I learned from.
And this is like every time I see it, like I've checked out the show, I've seen what's been really dope is the promo run and how serious it's been and how Isaac's been a part of it.
Yeah.
And like, as someone who's kind of, majoring in criminology and I go into the prison systems weekly as part of my facilitating for school, like there's so many guys in there and women as well that, have been wrongfully convicted, and it feels like that's almost like the hot button topic in the last year or two, especially this being an election year. You see that, we've seen the Just Mercy film with Jamie and Mike. We've seen a lot. We've seen Kim Kardashian freeing people. So it feels like it's something that is really meaningful to our community.
Right.
Was that one of the reasons why that kind of almost attracted you to the project? And is that even one of the reasons that everybody's paying so much attention to 4 Life?
Well, I think that like the timing for the show is great. I mean, it's the right show at the right time. 5 years ago, it might have been harder to get on air in this way.
On ABC at that. Disney's telling this story.
Anything. Anywhere, right? And I mean, issues of criminal justice and reform and inequality have always been out there. I think, and there's always been activists and people who are fighting at the front lines for decades. Right? As long as the damn problem existed.
Yeah.
But I think right now, again, the timing is great because the conversation has expanded in a more like mainstream kind of way.
Right.
Where you have people on both sides of the aisle, Republican, Democrat, both complicit in this current system, but now coming together and be like, okay, you know what? It's really messed up.
Clearly, this isn't a partisan, or this is like any side can have this conversation.
So it's also forcing people who maybe never thought about this in a meaningful way to actually think about it and hear it. And this show is a part of that conversation.
And the fact that it's still going on as we speak. I mean, an innocent man in Alabama is just put to death.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then you still got cats like Dylan Roof, who shot up a church in South Carolina.
Well,
just
change
sitting there chilling.
Change takes time, right?
Yeah.
It took many years for the system to become what it is.
Yeah.
And it's going to take some time to dismantle it. But I think, just you got to be patient and do the work.
And when
eventually,
the art is helping do the work and tell the story, and our job as storytellers is throwing it in society's face.
Right.
Clearly, some change is gonna have to come to pass. If not on this generation, the next generation is gonna see it and want to right our wrongs.
Exactly.
So I mean, like you said, most of the time we do this and we're doing it for the paper. We're doing it because we're entertainers, but to be part of something that's meaningful. I mean,
wonderful.
to go home at night like, yo, we're actually doing what's right.
Yeah, I mean, like when I read it, I mean, one of the reasons why, one, it was a great script, and then two, the subject matter. And I connect to it because I have loved ones who are formerly incarcerated, and specifically, I have two really great girlfriends who have partners who are formerly incarcerated. So I remember, and we've been friends for a really long time.
Right.
And so I remember what it was like for them to do that bid with them, right?
Yeah.
And how they had to fight to keep that connection and that love alive, right?
Yeah.
And
so that's
traveling planes, trains, and automobiles because one lives in one state and the other one, and he's locked up.
Yeah, because they'll move you. They
he's not locked up even in the same state or even across state lines. He's locked up 5 states away.
Right.
So I didn't have to go very far to
find the inspiration.
Yeah.
No,
so it just kind of, when I read it, it just all clicked. I'm just like, I just need to get this job. Let me just get this.
So within the storyline, because it's still a television show at the end of the day.
Yeah.
There's always a hook that keeps you coming back. And I mean, the way I love the way that the show is set up to where it definitely is engaging. We kind of know the ultimate outcome because it's real life. But what do you feel like is gonna keep drawing the audience back week after week? Is it the characters, is it the relationship, or is it
It's all of them, because it's like 3 dramas in one.
Yeah.
There's a family drama, which is kind of the core of like where my story is really lives. There's a family drama. There's a courtroom drama, prison drama, or legal prison.
Yeah.
So you have all of these things and all these intersecting stories that I think keeps it really engaging and compelling. But at the root of it, it's about a man who's fighting for his freedom and fighting to get back to his family.
Yeah.
And everyone can relate. I mean, no matter who you are, everyone can relate to that.
Everyone.
Nah,
that's dope.
And it's kind of like, in a weird way, I mean, to me, it reminds me of like 12 Years a Slave.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
In modern day settings.
Right.
That's all it is.
Insurmountable odds. Like, who would think, like, for my character to sort of keep hope alive is very difficult, because she's just like, wait a minute, okay, so you got locked up, you didn't do it, but now you're gonna be a lawyer and you're gonna get, wait,
Yeah.
what? How is that even possible?
Yeah.
Right? So, whereas like Aaron, of course, maintains his hope throughout, and their daughter, she's the one that's like, no, my dad's gonna get out. So
Yeah.
you just need to
Just,
get with it.
just hold it down.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you.
and on much continued success. And this is, I always, got to big you up before I throw you into the firing squad. You asked why I got the bulletproof vest on, because I got to put you in the hot seat. I got some rapid fire questions, but you
Oh.
can handle this. You went
I
to
can?
Yale. Yeah, you got this. Because some of them get like
God.
a little,
Am I able to pass on any?
no, but they're not that type of questions. Never.
Are they multiple choice, or
They're
are they-
thinking questions, psychological questions to talk about what type of person you actually are based off of the decisions you
Is there
make.
like a time limit? Like I have like 3
It
seconds.
kind of
before I need to,
is,
like,
but don't worry about the
give
time.
me the parameters of the game.
Well, it's just answer it however you would answer. There's no wrong
Okay.
answer to any of these
Uh-oh.
questions.
Okay.
So we started off Niccolo Machiavelli, the Italian philosopher from back in the day. Oh, he had his
Tupac?
Yeah, that one. Yeah. Love and fear. It was
Love and fear.
it was a thing that especially when being a leader. Would you rather be loved or feared? Was his? He said that if you can't be loved, then fear is the next thing that you must be. So, loved or fear? When you walk in a room, whether it's acting, whether it's at your house, what would you rather be known as?
Loved.
Loved.
Yes.
But see, you answered that so quickly. But fear has respect and reverence and all of those things, like the fear of God, all of those
So
things.
can love.
See,
You can give respect by people loving you. You know
all
what I'm saying?
right.
It's just a
Like I said, no wrong
yeah,
answer.
No, I want to be loved. I'm a lover, not a fighter.
There it is. All right. Well, speaking of fear, what's Joy Bryant's greatest fear?
Ooh, my greatest fear. I got so many.
The one that be like, yo, this one just irks me.
I don't want to choke to death.
Wow, that's a new a new one.
is that-
But I could see I wouldn't either. That seems like because that comes with like drowning and like those are.
Yeah, I have a fear of choking to death.
Wow, so you chew all your food.
And I also can't sometimes I'm like laying back. I'm like, sit up.
Wow.
Like,
Like I've always thought about like choking while you're sleeping, like one of those.
like
things.
on your vomit.
Yeah, or like even like you ever like wake up coughing and like something.
Well, if you're vomiting in your sleep, maybe.
But or you could choke off of just anything in your sleep, air. But I'm just trying to join your fear with you.
Yeah.
All right, best piece of advice you've ever received.
Best piece of advice. My grandmother. It's two. It was nobody's better than you, and you're no better. You're no better than anybody else. Right? Well, that's advice, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Two is just because you're a poor black girl from the Bronx doesn't mean you can't go out and dream and achieve anything you want.
Wow, that is.
And those are the two things that drive me. in
That's
life.
amazing.
Right.
So then we flip it. Worst piece of advice you've ever received.
Well, it's actually not. Well, no, actually, it's not. Oh, wait. Well, actually, I want to add the third thing that my grandmother said, which is not the worst piece of advice. It's actually really good advice, but it's weird because it's coming from her. It was like, eat before you drink, stupid.
So you don't throw up. And
And she said stupid.
Yeah. So she was letting you know.
Right. So it's not the worst piece of advice, but it's interesting coming from her. The worst piece of advice, wait, there's somebody who told me, yeah, I don't know. There's too many to count.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Obviously, I haven't listened to them.
All right, favorite movie of all time.
Damn, Godfather and Friday. Godfather 1 and 2,
Ooh.
Friday.
Oh,
It's a
that's-
trip. It's like a,
Nah, I see where you're going with it though.
because I see 1 and 2 as being one movie,
One movie
essentially,
Yeah.
but Friday.
And then Friday is
Bam.
just classic by itself.
There you go.
All right, you're on an island. You only could take 3 things with you. What are those 3 things? that you're
And so
taking?
those things can't be battery operated because like unless you need solar.
Whatever
right?
you want. These are your 3 items.
These 3 items. Well, I need. Wait, do I need a book? Because I can reread the book over and over again, right?
Yeah.
An iPad's gonna run out. I mean,
really
iPod's
thinking
gonna
this
run
through.
out, right? It's
Yeah.
gonna run out
So
eventually.
you're looking for
battery.
some source of entertainment to keep you going while you're there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up to you. Just bring a whole band and just like, make them play your favorite songs.
Well, sunscreen. I need sunscreen because
Okay.
I'm gonna be on an island. I'm gonna need a little bit of sunscreen, sun protecting.
That's good. So that's the
right?
first thing.
Right. Shelter, like some kind of
You
shelter.
can build that.
No, but I don't know how to. My skill sets are not. I
Okay.
mean, I'm outdoorsy kinda, but I'm not that
Why don't you
outdoorsy.
just
So I
take
need
a
some kind of.
person with you that could do all of that stuff?
Oh, I can do that.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh. Well, I bring my husband because he's like a Boy Scout. He knows how to do all that
Boom.
shit. So that would take care of like
Sunscreen in the hubby.
hubby, and then I need music.
Boom.
But then the iPod would run out.
Well, take.
But then we got solar power, right?
Yeah.
I would-
How long do you plan on being here?
Shit, wait a minute. Then I need. Okay,
Because if you
forget
just
the
bring your
sunscreen.
phone, you should call somebody to come get you.
Right. Forget the sunscreen.
Okay.
I need my husband because he'll know how to do everything.
Right.
I need a solar power generator kind of thing so I can plug stuff in.
Nice.
Right.
Now you
And then I
thinking.
need my iPod because I've got like.
Just take the
Oh,
whole
we're te-
computer. You can put everything in there.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It's a hard drive with all your
Then
music, movies.
I need like paper so I can write and no, okay.
If you got a computer, you can type.
You're right. So computer, solar generator, solar power generator,
And your
husband, who
Boom.
is Blaguyver
Yeah.
and a Boy Scout wrapped in one.
There it is.
Yeah.
All happening
I
right
will
there.
eat and I will have shelter if I bring him.
Yeah, because he's going to go out and know how to fish and get it all done.
Exactly.
There it is.
Thank you. That was so fun.
Favorite cuss word of all time?
I can say it.
Of course.
Fuck, because there's like so many. It's like fuck, fucking, fuck you.
You can
like
use fuck in every fashion.
Fucking, like
Yeah.
fuck, yeah.
That's the
And then
Bronx of you.
fuck.
100%. All right. One album that you could listen to for the rest of your life. Nothing else but this album.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Kinda Blue by Miles Davis.
Ooh. I gotta give you dap on that one.
Thanks.
That's a real one. That's any occasion. I'm with you on that.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one's hard. All right, worst job you ever had?
I used to, for a very short amount of time, I did recycling when I was at Yale. I was
Word?
like, yeah, like I would get up mad early in the
And
morning.
go pick up cans?
No, I mean like legit, like for school, like actually pick up the bins and everything. Like,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. That's when I was in college.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
why you left. Yeah, makes sense. Most prized possession.
Well, okay. Well, this is super bougie. I can't say it.
Come on, say it.
No.
All right, we'll give
Okay,
it.
no. Well, no. My most prized possessions are my books.
Okay.
Okay, I mean,
yeah, of course.
my library, my personal library is
Which
my
means a
most
lot.
prized possession.
That makes sense.
And then the other thing,
Is
my Porsche.
of course. What is wrong with that?
What's my
Especially,
Porsche?
I'm a
I love
car
it.
person. Yeah,
I love it so much. It's like
Yeah.
the greatest thing to happen to me.
that's amazing. All right, so this leads me to the next one.
Okay.
Guilty pleasure.
Guilty pleasure?
Driving your Porsche.
No, I don't feel guilty about that.
It seems like it. You didn't even want to tell us that was your most prized possession.
Okay, so maybe that is my guilty pleasure then. It's not my prized possession.
Yeah.
Because it's not about possessions, man.
Yeah. Exactly.
That and I love reality TV.
Oh.
But I'm not like, not because like I'm some like guilty pleasure, like it's like I'm above
it.
No,
It's
I'm just like, I
you
like to watch it.
indulge in it.
Yes.
What's your favorite joint?
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
All right.
Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yeah, that's the one.
Oh, and then I'm into like 90 Day Fiance.
Oh, dude, that one's crazy.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
I'll dabble in a little Basketball Wives.
Every once in a while.
Love and Hip Hop.
Okay, gotta have that.
Right?
Which one? Miami, New York, LA.
New York. Okay. New York, Atlanta.
Yeah.
LA.
New York and Atlanta feel more grown. LA feels like kids.
Yeah, exactly. I'm kind of feeling Miami though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they be.
I'm feeling Miami this
yeah.
season. Yeah.
There it is. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
All right. Back to a little seriousness.
Okay.
Favorite quote.
Oh man. Just list.
Even the ones your grandmother told you are pretty dope.
Yeah, she was always really. Those are really
prolific.
those are my favorite quotes. Actually,
But is there one that
make sure you drink before you eat before you drink, dummy. Well, I mean,
you have one? Because I was about to ask favorite tattoo. That was gonna be next.
yeah, Veni Vidi Vici.
Oh,
I came,
yeah.
I saw, I conquered.
Yeah.
Right.
Would that be your favorite tattoo as well, or you got one that's a little bit more meaningful?
I mean, they're all kind of. I got a Soul Rebel here. My friend did a stick and poke, a really terrible stick and poke.
You just let a random friend just go in.
Yeah. Yeah. These initials for my friend that passed away, Glenn. I used to be a Latin scholar in school, so like.
Back
Yeah.
there.
And then cartoon, the legendary cartoon
yeah,
did
he
my
hooked you up?
my first tattoo on my back, my lower back, tigers, and then on my neck for my grandmother. But favorite quote, I should know this because like I'm a quote, I love quotes, right? And I can't think of anything right now.
But it's the one that's you could go there. I came, I saw, I conquered.
I'd like to be cremated when I die, but if I were to have a tombstone, it would say that.
I'm right there.
It would say that.
There it is. All right. Well, speaking of, you kind of got me right to where I need to be. When it's all said and done, I said when it's all said and done,
Cool.
the legacy of Joy Bryant, the journey. We see where it is now. We know it's going to continue to go on and do great things. But what's going to be that one word that describes Joy Bryant?
Belief.
Belief.
Yeah, because you have to. You can't go anywhere if you don't believe in yourself, especially if you're trying to go into foreign territory or new things or whatever. It's like it all starts with you. It doesn't matter what anyone else, because people will tell you can't do something and all day long.
Yeah.
But you have to believe in yourself. You have to believe that you can achieve, or else nothing gets done. And in order for me to have come from where I came from, I mean, I didn't do it alone, but I feel like my grandmother instilled in me early on that that's all I had. I had to believe in myself. There's too much shit out there in the world that's going to knock you down or tell you can and prevent you from achieving the things that you want to achieve. So, yeah, that's all I got.
Hey, there's no better way to wrap it up than that right there. If you wasn't moved by that, you wasn't listening. We going all the way up. This has been an up-close and personal conversation about belief with the one and only Joy Bryant.
Thank you.
Nick Cannon Radio. Let's go.